Hi guys, welcome to the Movie Matthew channel, and this is a series where I do my Matthew's masterpieces. Movies I absolutely love, and movies not that I just love, movies I think are perfect in every sense of the word, and well, a masterpiece. And today the movie I've decided to pick is The Silence of the Lambs. This film is a book adaptation and it is one of the best ever done. This film is amazing. I consider it obviously a masterpiece, and I'm going to explain to you why. I'm going to celebrate this movie, let's just enjoy it and talk about it because this film is brilliant. Guys, I'm just going to run through the plot just to give you, I guess, a refresher, or for you guys who haven't seen it, just to tell you about it. FBI trainee Clarice Starling, played by Jodie Foster, has been assigned to find a missing girl to save her from a serial killer, Buffalo Bill, played by Ted Levine. Clarice must go to Baltimore State Hospital for the criminally insane to interview and pick the brains of Hannibal Lecter, played by Sir Anthony Hopkins, and try and find clues as to where the missing woman is. She has to match the wits of the ex-psychiatrist before it is too late. This movie absolutely swept the 1992 Oscars. It won Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Screenplay, Best Director. All the best ones you could get at the Oscars, it won. This movie swept it, and it deserves it. Every single performance in this film is a 10 out of 10, period. Some of the acting in this film is some of the best acting you'll ever see. Sir Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter, wow. It's simply one of the best performances ever. He was born to play that role. He is perfect as Hannibal Lecter. His dialogue in this film is so... you're just glued to every single conversation that comes out of this guy's mouth. He's so good at playing this eerie, creepy guy, and you just don't know what he's going to do next. He plays the perfect psychopath. And speaking of another perfect psychopath, Ted Levine as Buffalo Bill is also absolutely unbelievable. The performance from Ted Levine in this film, in my opinion, matches Sir Anthony Hopkins in a very... it complements it so well. They both play these sick, twisted psychos so well. It's mad how well and convincing they are. Jodie Foster is also fantastic in this film. She won the Oscar for it, Best Actress, and Sir Anthony Hopkins did win Best Male Actor. And well deserved. They were both great. Ted Levine as well, he's up there. He was also Oscar worthy in this film. He was absolutely great. All the performance flat out across the board, absolutely brilliant. Nothing else can be said about the performance other than perfect. The acting in this film is some of the best you will ever see on film. I think my favourite part about this film is the mental warfare between Clarice and Hannibal Lecter. Their dialogue together is so enthralling. I could watch them two talk for 5 hours straight and I would never get bored. The dialogue in this film is just perfect, and them two in particular, when they get going and they're talking, they have these little mental battles between each other. Hannibal Lecter thinks he can try and break her down like he's broke down many people before, but Clarice is very clever as well in the way she does it, and they build this sort of weird relationship where Hannibal Lecter actually really likes Clarice and Clarice is trying to get all these answers out of him. And they kind of build this weird twisted bond as well. Their relationship and their conversations, everything regarding Clarice and Lecter in this film is so enthralling. Like I said, I could watch it all day long. I think the dialogue is perfect. And like I say, it deserved the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay because it keeps you hooked in. Just like that, you're hooked. Every piece of dialogue in this film, not just the Hannibal Lecter and Clarice scenes, every scene in this is brilliant. I love this film in particular because I feel like it doesn't sway too far from reality, and it's actually very realistic. This could very well be happening right now. There could be a serial killer, well, I can guarantee there is a psycho serial killer who's got a girl captive in his house, and an FBI agent is probably interviewing another guy who's maybe done this before so they can think like the psycho, the guy who's got the girl is. You can tell this will be happening right now, and it's got a sense of realism about it. And it's particularly in the horror genre, you want realism, because horror, for me, for it to be scary, it needs to be able to happen in real life. Like the supernatural sort of stuff, and that doesn't really get me as much, but things that could very well happen in real life, that really creeps me out, and that's why this movie is such a great horror thriller movie, because it is very real, very grounded, and it could very well happen in real life. That's what I love about it so much. Some of the scenes in this film are some of the most suspenseful scenes I've seen. The house scene at the end at Buffalo Bill's house, when Clarice is going round and it goes pitch black. Jesus Christ. First time I watched that, my heart was beating out of my chest. It is one of the most thrilling sequences I've ever seen in film, because what's so great about it is Lecter and Buffalo Bill, because they're so psychopathic and acted so well, you just do not know what they're going to do next. You just do not know. And Clarice is in there on her own, and you fear for her, because this Buffalo Bill's just crazy guy. And he's so unpredictable. Like I say, the psychos, they keep you guessing the entire film. Until the very last shot of the film, they keep you guessing these psychos in this film. And yeah, that scene in particular at the house, when Clarice is going through, it's so suspenseful. And like I say, it has me on the edge of my seat. And it still does when I watch it now. Even though I know what's going to happen, it still has me at the very edge of my seat. This film is very suspenseful. It's very thrilling. And I think it's absolutely mastered the thrilling aspect of a film and the horror aspect. It's mastered both those genres so well. Hannibal Lecter is very likeable in my opinion. Even though he is an absolute psycho who kills and eats people, for some reason he's very endearing. I find myself rooting for his character, which is weird because he is so evil. But I also like that. I like rooting for someone different than just the protagonist, like Clarice. You know, I feel like Anthony Hopkins' Hannibal Lecter is kind of a protagonist as well, because he is kind of helping out in his own twisted, sick way. But I do really like his character. I found myself rooting for him. And even Buffalo Bill, he's just so crazy. He's likeable. He's so sick and disgusting and crazy and acted so well. I like him too. All the characters are great in this film. I like them, which I guess I shouldn't. And I usually say I like to hate the villain, but in this case it doesn't even matter. The villain's a prick, but I do like him as well, because the characters are just so good. I think that is the reason why. Jonathan Demme actually directed this film, and he does an amazing job. He won the Best Director Oscar, so obviously he did an amazing job. The movie moves at a very good pace. You know, the thrilling sequences are done and handled so well. The suspense is built up so well. The dialogue and the conversations would be nothing if it wasn't directed well, and it's directed beautifully. This film really, honestly, is perfect in every aspect, hence why it won all the Oscars. It swept all the best Oscars in the 1992 Oscar ceremonies. I just think it's so good. Jonathan Demme really did do an amazing job with this film, and I do think it's his best film. They had such good source material, because the Silence of the Lambs book is actually supposed to be very good. I've not read it personally, but I'm sure the author will be buzzing that they made such a good film after his books. The ones that followed after, you know, Red Dragon, I didn't really like those, to be honest. They're not even close to the Silence of the Lambs. I don't think they'll ever do one that's even ever close to it. But that one as a standalone film, Silence of the Lambs, is a masterpiece, and it's fucking brilliant. This movie never lets up. The suspense never lets up. It builds up throughout the whole film. You never know what's going to happen. The unpredictability, the acting, the performances, the direction, the screenplay, the dialogue. Nothing ever lets up. It's a constant build-up, a constant, huge thrill right until the very end. And then the last scene is just perfect. It all works so well. You know, I absolutely adore every scene, every take, every bit of dialogue in this film. I could watch this film all day long, never get bored of it. I think this film is absolutely perfect. But yeah guys, that's my discussion about this film and how much I absolutely love it. Guys, please let me know in the comments below if you like this film and what your favourite aspects are. If you dislike it, also let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your reason why. Obviously we're not all going to have the same opinions. Some people might absolutely despise this film, but for me, I think it's a movie that's mastered the thriller horror genre and just has it all. I think it's a brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, you simply have to. What are you doing? Please do. And guys, this has been Matthew on the Movie Matthew channel. I post it every week, so stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. This has been the Movie Matthew channel. I'll see you on the next one.